What is a weed warrior?
A what?
A weed warrior.
A warrior with weed.
You're asking somebody that smokes weed and that goes out and fights people?
I feel like it's someone trying to legalize pot. That's my guess.
What's a weed warrior?
It's like a gardener?
What is a weed warrior?
Someone who picks invasive species out of the gorge.
Finally, a correct answer.
Somebody who fights invasive species.
That's absolutely correct. Thank you.
Okay, so now you know what a weed warrior is, but you may be asking, what is an invasive species? The United States Department of Agriculture defines an invasive species as any non-native plant, animal, or other organism that has the potential of causing harm to the economy, environment, or human health in a certain area. In this video, we will be following the Penn State Behrend weed warriors to find out the goals and methods for managing invasive species. With Dr. Michael Neighbor and Mrs. Quinn advising the group, there are 5 students that act as lead stewards for the Weed Warriors program. Riley Wagaman, Catherine Hensley, Kyle Lambing, Madison Schaefer, and David Hirsch. The group partners with coastal outreach specialists from Sea Grant, Tom Cermak and Marty Marks. Our goals are to gather and share information on the identification, removal, and prevention of invasive species, to partner with Lake Erie Watershed to prepare a weed management and implementation plan for the Wintergreen Gorge, as well as to educate and train the public on how to remove invasive species in a simple way. You may be wondering, what's so bad about invasive species? Before you can understand the threat of invasive species, it is vital to understand the importance of biodiversity, defined by Dr. Pamela Silver.
So biodiversity is the sum total of genetic diversity in a habitat. So it includes both species and the variations among the species, among the individuals that are part of the species.
For one, they don't have any natural predators. They grow in abundance with little competition, causing them to spread easily and quickly. They also inhibit native plants from vital resources, which can cause plant biodiversity and resources for wildlife to become very limited. Here are some of the most common invasive species in the gorge paired up with their native alternative. Japanese stiltgrass, honeysuckle, privet, multiflora rose, and Phragmites. There are different methods for removal of invasive species, depending on the type of plant. For example, Japanese stiltgrass is the easiest to remove. It only needs to be hand-pulled before going to seed. Honeysuckle, on the other hand, is more difficult to remove due to its large size. It requires the use of honeysuckle poppers and brute force to uproot the tree-like shrubs. The most difficult invasive plant to remove from the gorge is Phragmites. It must be sprayed with environmentally safe herbicides under the supervision of Sea Grant. After a few months, the frag will die. Then it needs to be cut down close to the ground using loppers in order to allow native plants to grow in the area. The cut frag must be bagged to prevent its seed from spreading. Here's some things the Behrend Weed Warriors have to say about the program.
I chose to do this project because it pertains to my major, and helping the environment is something that I really care about too.
The most challenging part that I found was showing people how to identify the plants so that they were comfortable enough to pull them out themselves.
My favorite part about this project is expanding the classroom outdoors and not just learning about invasive species, but taking affirmative action and making a difference in the community.
I would definitely do Weed Warriors again because I'm a people person and I really enjoy educating the common person about the importance of biodiversity and invasive plant species.